Welcome to Lesson 2. Here we'll be using isometric dot paper to draw 3D objects. Now isometric dot paper has dots that are equally spaced on a diagonal, which allows you to draw two sides at a time, creating a 3D look. So let's look at the example below. On the left, we have the orthographic view of 5 linking blocks from the front, and on the right, the corresponding isometric drawing. So you can see on the right, we have a 3D view of the blocks. So now let's use isometric dot paper in example 1. It says Alex is creating an isometric drawing of a skateboard ramp he is building. Draw the figure below on isometric dot paper to scale if the space between adjacent dots is 1 centimeter. So vertically, they are 1 centimeter apart, and diagonally as well. Now let's start by determining a scale. Now if I look at the numbers in the diagram, I see that they're all divisible by 25. So if I have a scale of 1 centimeter on the diagram representing 25 centimeters on the ramp, then that would work out nicely. So let's start by drawing the side length 150 centimeters. Now to figure out how long on the diagram I'm going to draw the line, I'm going to set up a ratio proportion where I set the scale equal to x and 150 centimeters. Now in order to solve for x, I'm going to divide 150 by 25, which is 6. So 25 was multiplied by 6. So in order to find x, I multiply 1 by 6, which will give me 6 centimeters. So I'm going to draw a line now 6 centimeters long on the diagonal. So now let's look at the width of the ramp, 75 centimeters. I'm going to set up a similar ratio to figure out how wide it's going to be on the diagram. So we'll divide 75 by 25, which is 3. And then to find y, I'll multiply 1 by 3. So that works out to be 3 centimeters. So let's draw a width of 3 centimeters long on the diagram. Now let's look at the height. It's 50 centimeters, so I can set up a similar ratio proportion, or I can just think about this. If 1 centimeter corresponds to 25 centimeters on the ramp, then 2 centimeters in the diagram is going to correspond to 50 centimeters on the ramp. So I'm going to draw a height of 2 centimeters. If I join these 2 points here, this represents the back right here. And if I connect these 2 points on the diagram, I get the side. And then if I connect these 2 points, then I get the front. So there we have an isometric view of the ramp. Now for example 2, it says use the dot paper below to draw a 3D object given the views below. So here we're given 3 orthographic views, one from the front, the top, and the side. Now see in the front we have 4 blocks, and I know it's going to be 2 layers because this one's on top of the one below. So it's 2 layers high. Looking down from the top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Now looking at it from the front, this will correspond with this. This block will correspond with this block. This will correspond with this. And then we have 1 block on top. So you can picture another block on top of that. So in total there'll be 6 blocks. Now let's look at the side. This would correspond with this. This block will correspond with this one. This block will correspond with this one, and then this block will correspond with the one that's on top. So if you had linking blocks, then you can actually build the figure to get a better idea of what it looks like. So now let me show you how we draw a block on isometric dot paper. Go down, you create this V shape and you go up. You create another V shape and then you connect those and draw a line down. So this is what a block looks like. So now we need to draw 3 blocks connected together, right here, here, here first. So now let me start by drawing a block. Now next to that I need 2 more blocks. So I'm going to extend that. So now I need to come down this way. So if I'm going to create another block next to that, I can see that there's a couple of lines here that we wouldn't actually see if we had the blocks. So I'm going to now erase a couple of the lines. I'm going to erase those 2 lines there. So now I'm going to continue to draw another block next to that. So again, there are some lines in this diagram that wouldn't actually show up. So let me erase those. Okay, and then put that back on. Now I need to put a block on top of this one. So now let me draw a 3D block on top of this. So now, again, there's a couple lines I'm going to erase here. I'll erase this arrow that I had drawn, and I wouldn't see this line here or this line here. So here we have our 3D object on isometric dot paper.